Yes people, it's Cream Slice. I hope you guys are staying safe, and in today's video I just wanted to create a build that can take on the hardest of activities in Destiny. Simply put together, but so effective at the same time with a team or solo play. You can use this build with any character and on any subclass. It doesn't limit your choice of weapons, so that choice is going to be totally yours and dependent on the activity. I will give you a few weapons that I think can hold their own in the higher content later on in the video. All this build requires is the right armor. The build, it increases your survivability to the max. It's absolutely amazing for your GM nightfalls, your master grasp of avarice, and most importantly your raids as well. And I know elemental well builds are hot right now, but I didn't want to get too technical, because sometimes trying to string well builds together in a GM, it can be tricky and it can definitely put your ass in a coffin. Nobody wants to run out of lives in the first stage in a GM nightfall, even if you're running that crazy ass Titan build with a 5 million friggin' hit hammer. You know which one I'm talking about. And with the changes to abilities, this build doesn't require leaning on them as much, so you can save that god nade till the crucial moments or the harder encounters. The video is going to be a bit longer than usual, my apologies people, but if you find it helpful at any stage, give me a hell yeah! Just drop the like button, you know, if you're feeling funky. Subscribe to the Cream Slice family. Let's get it. So the most important things you are going to need for this build is 2 void pieces of armor, 1 solar piece of armor, and 1 arc piece of armor. And I'll go over the reason why we are running 1 arc piece of armor later on in the video. So this is a build that I'm running, guys. The first thing you are going to need is Taking Charge. This mod can be placed on any piece of armor. It's the easiest and most basic way to become charged with light. You pick up an orb of power on the floor, you instantly become charged with light. If you have any masterwork weapons and you get a double kill, they will drop an orb of power on the floor, or your allies, they can generate orbs of power. Simply walk over it and you become charged with light. The next mod is going to be stacks on stacks, and this will only go on a void piece of armor. Basically what this mod will do is it will give you an extra stack of charge with light every time you pick up an orb of power. So this enables us to be charged with light ×2 when we pick up an orb of power. And the next mod is going to be on your solar piece of armor, and it's going to be the Supercharged Mod. So Supercharge, it enables us to have 2 additional stacks of charge with light. Every time we pick up 2 orbs of power, we are going to be able to be charged with light ×4. Now there's a reason why we want to become charged with light ×4, and I will explain that next. If you don't want to run Supercharge and you feel like it is taking up too much energy, another alternative will be Charged Up. This will allow you to become charged with light ×3 by picking up 2 orbs of power, which can be easily as crucial as having Supercharged Mod. I do recommend running the Master Grasp of Avarice, seeing if you can farm some armor, as it will give you 5 slots here. The reason why we want to have 4 stacks of charge with light is this is the main part of the build, and it is protective light, and this will go on your void piece of armor. Basically what this does is when you charge with light, you gain a significant damage resistance against your enemies. So what it doesn't tell you is that it is a 50% damage resist against your enemies when you are critically low on health and when they break your shield. And also what it doesn't tell you is for each stack of charge with light that you have, we have 4. This will give you a 5-second timer resist for every stack that you have. So we have 4 stacks, so in turn it will give us a 20-second 50% damage resist when our shields are broken or we are at crit. And this is a game changer in high content. Any master raider or master PvE player will tell you that you should not be going into high content without protective light. And the reason that I've chose to put it on my class item is that if you are running higher tier content, you pretty much are going to be running particle deconstruction, because fusion rifles are the meta and they offer that massive 40% damage buff. So you are going to be running particle deconstruction. If you're not, you can throw it on another piece of void armor anywhere else, but I chose to put it on the class item. So if you are a warlock, you know, you can put it on your bond. If you are a titan, you can put it on your little hot sweat towel. Just putting it on your class item, because there's not a lot you can really do if you are running particle deconstruction. And the last piece of armor, like I said to you guys, it's going to be totally up to you what you run in this, but I am running an arc piece of armor, and this is why: for powerful friends. So when you become charged with light, your allies also become charged with light, and this is an absolute game changer. I can't tell you enough the amount of times one of my team members, they have protective light on as well, but they're about to get their head knocked off and I get a kill, I become charged with light, they become charged with light, and protective light instantly kicks in and they save their life. Nobody wants, like I said, nobody wants to be dying in the first encounter in a GM, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to use that and you want to be more efficient in becoming charged with light, then another great mod that you can use, because like I said, fusion rifles are the meta, you can use quick charge. So when you get kills with a fusion rifle or shotgun, you become charged with light that way. I swap between these two, but I primarily run powerful friends, because I like to be the teammate that is constantly buffing my allies. Just like a warlock and his healing nades, this is your way on keeping your allies alive. So that is a build, guys. I hope you like it. It is so good for high tier content, it keeps you alive. And if you are running a hunter, I recommend using Graviton Forfeit, as I showed you a video of pretty much staying invisible the whole time. This build is great for solo play as well. It just offers that survivability that you need to get through them hard encounters. I did say at the start of the video I'll go over a few weapons you might want to run. Like I said, this build is totally versatile, so with any character, any class, and it is going to be totally your preference on the weapons that you are running. I'll just give you a few choices that I like that work for me. So the first one is going to be the Glacial Chasm from the Dawning Just Gone. This can roll with Reservoir Burst, which is a huge deal at the moment. So when your battery is full, your next burst deals additional damage and it causes your enemies to explode. Running the Quick Charge mod, this will enable you to become charged with light straight away without picking up your orbs of power. That is a great fusion rifle to have in your inventory. You can also go to your collections, and if you have been playing Destiny for a long time, just go to your weapons and go to your specials, look up fusion rifles, and you want to go over to the Null Composure. So this will also come masterworked, and it does have Reservoir Burst on it as well. It is a great void fusion rifle. If it's not a void fusion rifle that you want, another great option is the plug one or the main ingredient. Everybody should have a main ingredient. Another great one is the Cartesian coordinate, what you can run in your heavy slot also. Like I said, these are my ideas, guys, it's totally up to you. A great linear fusion rifle to have as your exotic is a sleeper at the moment. This has been buffed, but if you do not have that, go farm any linear fusion rifle or a handy sword in your heavy slot will do the trick. There's always going to be a strategy, and you will more than likely have these weapons in your inventory. I've just made sure that I masterwork all my weapons so that I can generate orbs of power. So that is going to be it for the build, guys. I really do appreciate you lot. Thanks for the support over the past few weeks. Before Christmas, I put a shout out saying I would appreciate if we could reach 500 subs before Christmas. We absolutely smashed that, and we're on our way to 550. So thanks for your continued support. I'm Cream Slice. Peace.